Hi all, good morning. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in last class, we have seen about what is our source file declaration. So under the our source file declaration, whenever we write any source code, so we have to follow some rule for writing our source code. So in the Java, we write our source code. We have to follow some source file declaration rule. So there are a lot of things inside the file like package, our import statement, our class, and inside the class variable methods. So lot of things inside our class. So you can see comment, package statement, import statement, class, interface, enum. So this thing is a fundamental of the Java programming language. With the help of this fundamental, we write Java program. Similarly, other programming language we have to follow uh, source file declaration rule according to other programming language. Yeah. So we have to follow some Java notation whenever we are writing the programming. So day by day, I will write some program. So you will see I will follow this Java notation. So how to write class name? So class name should be started from capital letter. Our variable name, our method name. So first I will explain. So I have written one small program in last class for understanding how to write the class, what is the class, because first we have to see fundamentals like data type, keywords, our loop, control statement. But before understanding that, at least we should know what is the class, what is the object. So first we have created one class and we have created some field inside the class, and we have created one method, and we have created one object with the help of new keyword. So class is a nothing but a template. So class is a blueprint or template. We can say we, so we have to put our mind. It is a user defined data type. We define something is called class. We are defining our own variable, our own method. So before Java, we know C++ and C language. So we started our career from C and C++ programming language. It is a high level programming language. But every programming language eh, following some program paradigm means writing the programming style. So it is a procedure programming language. So under the procedure programming language, our C programming language follow the pointer concept, and C++, it is a procedure, and is a object oriented. We can say partially object oriented. We can create the object, but without creating the object, we can write the program in C++ as well. But both the language are platform dependent, and lot of confusing concept when we write the larger program, so we will get confused. So for large application, it is not good. For if you are developing like a driver or system application, it is good. But large application and enterprise application, we can create anything in C++, anything. But source code will be uh, not understandable by all the developers. So one developer write the code, other developer will take the time. And if any issue come in the application, if we are troubleshooting, it will take lot of time. So because in the source code, uh, lots of confusion in the source code, we have to understand. So it is a platform dependent. So pointer and our operator overloading, platform dependent, both the language are platform dependent. So for window, we have to compile in separate software. For other operating system, we have to compile other compiler. This is a platform dependent. But language evolution comes. So C language is one concept for the structure like struts, where we can define user defined data type, and with the help of malloc we can create dynamic memory allocation. And data structure we have to handle in the C programming language and C++ as well, and including library is there, and after that it will be compiled. So there is a some different concept. So execution flow will be different, but just we have to understand in the C language there is a one structure. After structure in the C++ class comes, but also both the language are platform dependent, and C++ is a extension form of the C language. So it is a platform dependent. So lots of things based on like memory. So memory related things for creating the memory, and every program or software we follow data structure. So without data structure, we can't do anything. So any software, we follow some data structure like array, linked list, queue, stack. So this is the thing which is handling in our C or C++. We have to take a lot of effort. So Java programming language comes. So we have to, our program will be executed with the help of JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So our memory management related things, it is a costly operation. It is a take care by our JVM. So in the C++, we have to take care. We have to create the memory and we have to free the memory. But in the Java, memory management is done by our JVM. So it will take care about our memory. Just we have to create the memory. So how we create the memory? Just we are creating the object. So object is a real time entity. So we are creating our class. So whatever the word source file declaration rule, our syntax, we create the class and we compile the our class. So dot class file will be created. That is a intermediate code. Because of intermediate code, Java is a secure programming language. Because of JVM, Java is a secure programming language because we are not interacting directly with our memory. in C, C++, we can interact with memory directly because there is a pointer concept. But in the Java, there is no pointer concept. Our program execution part is taken care by our JVM. So whenever we install our software, Java related software, so there is a two part, one for JDK, another one is JRE. So with the help of JDK, there are the lot of tool inside the JDK like Java C. So tool means it is a one program, one application we can say. So everything is the software. So Java C, Java doc, Java debugger, a lot of tools over there. So with the help of JDK, we can compile our program, we can run our program, we can create the documentation, we can debug, we can create the artifact, archetype, lot of things. So it is a part of JDK Java development kit. So everything is a software. So some software you can see is a good user interface, like if music player, if you are listening the music, it is also software, but we are having some user interface. But when we are learning the our programming, so we don't have any user interface currently. Just we are executing our program and we are taking our output. So first we have to understand what is the our execution flow. So first, if you are learning any programming language, first you have to understand execution flow, because any issue comes in the real time project. So if you know what is the execution flow, how memory is creating, so you can debug, you can resolve any problem very easily. So for our software engineering, you should have good troubleshoot skill, because the project size is very huge, and understanding and finding the issue. So you should be as a skilled developer. So in the Java, we are having JVM. So with the help of JVM will take care of our memory. Will take care of our memory means creating the object and destroying it. So whatever the mechanism is take care by our JVM, and JVM managed our thread. So thread is a small program execution which is handled by JVM. So our program will be executed by one thread. So at the our OS level, everything is a process. So we will see our task manager. So something, lot of thing under running our task manager. So this is our processes, lot of processes you can see under the task manager. So one process is going on for our JVM. So we can find out. So if you are writing the Java open platform binary, it is a our JVM related process. So it is executing our program. So when we compile our program and we our execute our program, so our JVM is responsible. So one intermediate software is responsible for Java execution. So lot of things take care by our JVM, like memory management, threading. So lot of things take care by our JVM. So any application JVM is required for Java based application. So we have created one class, we have created the object, So today we are going to see one more program for understanding the our education flow and our memory related things for the understanding the our fundamentals. So we will create one class and we will create the one object. So we will see what is the inside the class and what is our object and how the memory is taking by the our object. So first we have to understand. So I am writing one class. So last we have written one class related to student. So currently I create one class related to our employee class. So in the Java, we have to write our class. So in the C language structure for defining user defined data type, but a lot of issue memory management and our code will be complex for large application. Then C++ comes with a class, but in the C++ also extensions of C programming language. So class is there, but pointer and operator overloading and our platform dependency related things and execution related things. It is a static type programming language, memory created at compile time. So lot of things, memory related, data structure related, threading related. So all the things overcome by the Java and programming language will be created with our simple syntax and some things written by us and something handled by our JVM like memory management related things, threading related things. A lot of things taking care by our JVM. So we are good for writing the our program and creating the our bytecode, like intermediate code, and lot of things is take care by JVM. But in C++ we have to take care. So we are writing the program and our JVM, both the things for responsible for execution our program. So in the current market, so any programming language, so that anybody can learn, understand and create the application is going on. So Java is a such kind of programming language. In the C++ is lot of complexity, but we cannot say C++ is outdated or we are not using C++ is a mother of the all the programming language. Right now application our device driver creating by C++ language. So standalone application created by C++ language, but Java is mostly used for enterprise or server side application. We can create standalone as well. Any type of application we can create with the help of Java. But Java is more famous for the enterprise internet based application. Likewise, Python is good for machine learning, artificial intelligence. So we can create any type of application. So all the programming language has some business capability. So according to business capability, job is generated in the market. So we are looking our career as a full stack developer. So I recommended Java is a good. So we are creating one object, employee object. So in the class we define some field or variable. At least we have to define some data and we have to define some method, and we have to define some, not some, constructor. So this is the thing when we define any class like variable, constructor, method. Apart from that, class, we can define class within class, we can define interface, we can define enum. So inside the class, we can define the inner class, interface, enum. So we will talk later, but at least we should know our variable, constructor, and method. At least this thing we have to define. So with the help of variable, we defined our data. With the help of constructor, with the help of our constructor, so constructor is responsible instantiation. So whenever we are creating any object, so constructor will put some value while creating the object. So that is a some instantiation. We called some instantiation. So we will see what how a constructor work and method. So under the method, we write our business logic. So keep your mind. So if you are doing any logic, you are adding any logic is called business logic. If you are adding something, you are subtracting something, or you are calculating something, so it comes under our business logic. So with the help of variable, we can define the data, and with the help of a constructor, we can instantiate the value, instantiate the object. So it is done by our constructor. So variables or field, it comes under our data type. So we can define two type of the data type. First one is our primitive, and another one is a reference. Primitive or reference, or we can say user defined. It is the same. So data type, we are having two types. One is a primitive, another one is a reference or user defined. So there are the two type of data type. So usually in the interview as a fresher, this kind of question will be asked: how many type of data type in the Java? So everybody tell there is a eight type of data type like int, float, double, boolean. It is a wrong. There is only two type of the data type. One is a primitive, and another one is a reference or user defined, or reference. So under the primitive, we are having our integer, float, double, boolean, byte, short, long. So a lot of the data type comes under the primitive, and it will take memory directly. So because of primitive data type, Java is not a pure object oriented because of primitive data type. But except a primitive data type, all that things we have to deal with the help of object. And for creating the object, class is a mandatory. because Java is a class-based object-oriented language. So because of primitive data type, Java is not pure oriented, because it is a creating memory directly without writing the class. Sorry, without creating the object. So because of primitive data type, Java is not a pure object oriented, but 99% Java is a object oriented. So because all that things we have to deal with the object, and for creating the object we have to create the class. So for doing everything in the Java we have to write the class. So another is a user defined data type. So user defined data type means we can create, we can refer some another class interface, another class interface, enum. So we can create in another class or interface we can refer. So in the Java, we are having two type of data type. We can define under the variable. It comes under the our fundamental. Our fundamental should be very strong. So there are the two type of the data type. One is the primitive, another one is a reference. And under primitive, we are having 8 type of data type for defining the data. So in the interview, we have to tell there is a 2 type of the data type. They can ask you for checking your fundamental. So we can define our variable, we can define our constructor, we will define our method. So our variable part we can define in 3 area. First one is our local variable. Another one is our instance variable, and another one is your class variable, which is called static. So keep your mind, if you are listening anything about static, that means it will take memory at a one time only in their life. So static means it will something will be happening only one time in the Java programming language. In other programming language as well, static means that it will take only one, it will take memory only one time in the in the life cycle. I will explain. So variable is a three type, 3 area. We can define, one is local, instance, and class. So and our class variable is a static type of variable. So we can say there is a 2 type data type, and this data type we can define in 3 area, like our local variable side, instance variable side, or a class variable side. So just I write one program, and I try to explain all that thing, so that you will be used to programming language. This is our fundamental variable constructor and method. So I have written one employee class. So under the employee class, I am defining some variable. So I am defining one primitive data type like integer m. We are putting our employee number. So it is this integer. It is a primitive data type. So I have started from some small letter. So it is our primitive data type, and our this is our source file. So you will see I have written employee started from capital letter, not a small letter. So it is our coding standard. So it comes under our Java notation. So I am putting my employee number. So in the application, in the industry, we have to write like this: employee number, so that everybody can understand. While writing, we are using small name, but in the industry, always we have to follow coding standard. So it comes under our primitive type, and I am taking one name, employee name. So observe this thing. I am writing the field name. I am starting from small letter, and another word I am writing in the capital letter. So variable should be started from small letter, and class should be started from capital letters. For follow the our Java notation. So it is our primitive type data. It is our reference type data, or some user defined data type data like string. So string is a predefined by the Java, but it is a one class. So we can see this class which is given by Java. So press the control in our editor, so you will get the your class definition. So whatever the things they have already written by the our Java community. For the string, I will explain what is the string, how we work the string. It is a special class for given by Java. So we will say it is a reference type. So it will be our primitive data type, integer primitive, and it is our reference. So there are the two type of data type. So we are writing some data type. So that is the employee number, employee name, employee salary. So I am taking employee salary. So I'm taking another data type. It is also primitive data type. So I'm taking one another one like a string, company name. So it is also one reference type of data type. I am taking one class which is a user defined class given by Java. So it is our reference data type. So I am putting one keyword like static. So I haven't put the keyword in the our all the data type, but I am putting just keyword for the our company name. So it is our reference data type, but I just want to explain why I have written our static keyword. So I have defined one class. So whatever the definition we want to give, we have defined one class so that we can create the our object. So I will create the object, but I am writing one method for printing. So one method, with the help of method, we will public get employee details. So I am writing one method just for printing the our employee detail. So employee number. So I am just doing hard coding. So in the industry, actually, we don't do like this, but for understanding while learning, we have to learn everything gradually. So step by step, we have to learn. So I want to print this employee number whenever I create the object. So with the help of this method, I am I writing some business logic just for the printing. So this is our system out println with the help of system dot out dot println. We get the output over the console. So system is a class for giving some input to our programming or taking some output from the programming. So we are just doing giving the input. So yesterday I have shared one HackerRank link. So in the HackerRank you have to use for giving some input to our logic, programming logic. So you have to use a scanner class. So I will explain later. So in the program, we have to give some input to our program, or we have to take some output our some program. So system dot out dot println, where system is a predefined class and out is a predefined reference. So you will get these things after some time. What is the meaning of the this syntax? So this is a I just want to print our employee number, employee name, employee salary, and company name. So actually I have written directly, but inside that our one concept is working this variable. If you have not written, but it is added by our compiler. So whether you are writing or not writing, it will be added by our compiler. So this work for static and non-static as well, but usually we put over in the front of our non-static variable. So it is our static variable, it is a non-static variable. So we have put on our company name. In the front of company name we have put on static variable. So just first I will explain. So I want to create one object. So for creating the object, with the help of new keyword we can create the object. So I am creating the object. So for creating the object, first we have to take public static void main, because our JVM first find out some starting point. So our JVM find public static void main method extension, and this parameter should be same. Otherwise our JVM won't find out. So if public static void main should be there for execution our Java program. So somewhere will be our starting point. So in the C language is a void main. So void main is responsible for the our execution of our program. So in the Java we have to use our public static void main, our starting point. So our application, our program will be executing from the our public static void main. So inside that I will create one object. So for creating the object, So in the C language, our malloc calloc for creating the dynamic memory. In the C++ also, I forgot, but we have to write one syntax for creating the our memory. But in the Java, with the help of new keyword, we can create the memory directly. So the, usually we say this is our, so it will create the memory, but when memory will be created at runtime, when our program is executed. So in the Java is a dynamic programming language, always at the runtime, not a compile time. Runtime memory will be created. It's a dynamic programming language. So any software, when we want to create the memory, whenever our program will be executed. So in the our mobile phone, a lot of Android software is there. So uh, when you are starting any software, then memory will be created at the runtime. So this is the our we have created one object, but we have to pass some data in the our object. So this is my employee class. So in the left side, I am writing one reference variable for holding this employee detail. So in the left side, it is a reference. We called as a reference. So object creation, it is responsible for new employee. You can create the object with the help of a new employee. Reference is not required. You can call any method of the object. So you can see employee name, employee number, employee salary, and your employee detail method. So you can see get employee detail method. You can see apart from that, some other method is also there. So it is our object class method. So we will talk later, but just understand all the class is inherited by object class. So all the object you will see this common method clone, finalize, get class, hash code, notify. So in the interviewer ask what is the default class is which is inherited by all the class. So answer will be object class. So some method already comes because of object class is inherited in the all the class. So our method only our get employee detail and some variable. So we can define some value in the our object. So with the help of new keyword, object will be created, and we can pass the employee name. So employee name we can say Ramesh. So we can pass this information to the employee. So there is a no issue. You can pass this information. So you are accessing the our variable and you are passing the variable. So for another information, employee number. So like we have to write this syntax employee number. So employee number is 101. So I am putting 101, and another one I am putting one employee salary. So I am putting some 5,000 salary. So it is our detail. We are passing the object while creating the object. So whenever we write like this, So whenever new operator will be created, then one object will be created. So only one value we can pass. So we don't have to write this kind of syntax, because every time new object is created and every new object is taking a new memory. So we have to put all the value in the one object. So we don't have to follow this kind of approach for assigning the value. So first we have to create the our reference variable. So with the help of new keyword, our object will be created. So object means some information. So we have to create new information. So it will we will create one object for one employee information, another object for another employee information. Yeah. So we have created three object. So we can see this three object. So I just quickly show in the with the help of some diagram. So always you have to visualize. There is a power of visualization. So in the programming language, you have to be always visualize. So object is a runtime entity. So we are defining our employee class. So under the our source file, we are writing our class. So inside the class, we have defined our user defined data type, like our employee number, like our employee name, like our employee salary. And another one is a company name. So similar thing for the student, we can put a college name, organization name. So same thing. So you have written, you have declared one class. So you will compile this class. After the compilation, whatever the bytecode will be created, and then you will create the object. So whenever object will be created, so some information will be created. So with the help of this class, we can create the multiple object in the memory. So one object will be created, another object will be created, another object will be created. So whenever our new keyword will be executed, so new employee. So with the help of this syntax, new information will be created. Means new object will be created. So there are the multiple way for creating the object. So with the help of new keyword is a one way for creating the our object. So you will see I will put some employee information 101 employee name and salary is a 5,000. Good. Another one is 102 B is a salary is a 6,000. Another employee 103 and name is D. I'm putting salary is 10,000. So you have to first analyze while creating the class. If information every time we have to create some different information. So that time we have to take variable is a non-static type. because every time new information will be created. But if you see our company name, so company name, if I put company name is a non-static without static keyword, so like this employee, all the employee is our TCS company. So I am putting TCS, I am putting TCS, I am putting TCS. So this information is common. This information is common for all this TCS. So if we are creating memory as a static type, sorry, non-static type, so it will create memory all the times. But if we are putting some static keyword, so just only one time static related memory will be created somewhere. So in the Java, we called method area where static related field will be created. So TCS, this things is created somewhere in the memory and it will be shared by all. So we don't have to create memory in with the object. We have to create the memory separately. So where our TCS, it will be there. So this information is put in some memory and it will be the shared by all the object. So this information will be shared by all the object. So all the object will read same information. So whatever the things we are defining as a static, it will take memory only one time and it will be shared by all the object. So in the real time project, we don't have to do anything with some static type variable because it is a shareable. Static variable is shareable for the other all the object by other object. So if you are doing anything by any object, anything you are changing by any object, so it will be impacted to the other object as well. Some object are writing some information and they have added something for the in this variable. So another object will read some this inconsistent information. So I will explain practically these things. So I will create one object. So you will see I have created three objects, that is our three information. So first for first I am putting one employee name. So I will put employee name is Ramesh. You have to use a notepad initially. This is a employee number. This is a employee salary. For defining the string, we have to take a double column. Okay. So similarly, we can create different information. So for employee to, we are a reference variable. We are having employee to. Similarly, we are having other reference variable for employee 3. So be careful while defining the reference variable. So actually, I am just added reference variable in the short way, but as a industry standard, always reference variable name should match with class name so that program looks good. It is a yeah. So you will see. So it looks so good. I just put on 1, 2, 3 number and some short name, but as a industry standard, we have to always some our name should be similar with class name. So for in any class, I will explain some coding standard. What is the practice usually we do in the real time application? You have to follow, and you will work like this. So in the every program, I will explain something. So where you have to understand how to understand our requirement and convert into the our programming and how to debug. So some skill will be developed and you will work like this. So this is a fundamental. So if you work hard in this area, so working in the application is nothing, because everyone are struggling with our fundamentals, core programming framework or tools is very easy to learn, but it is a fundamental where we have to put a lot of effort. So all the persons who want to switch their career, somebody are in the testing or some management area, they want to come in the our IT with some programming language, so they always struggle with your core part. So programming language is a mandatory right now in current market situation in any designation, even in the tester as well. In the testing side, automation is going on. So in the automation, they are using some framework like Selenium or Python related framework, automation framework. So programming language also there. So everywhere is a programming language. In the data science is also programming language is there. You have to learn Python. So programming language is everywhere in the our IT area. So this is a fundamental you have to understand and you have to be strong. So this is the core part. So I will explain very depth. You have to be follow. Yeah. So this is our object. Inside our object, we have created some information. So we can put Ramesh, Suresh, Jaideep. So whatever the name you can put some employee number, and there is some salary you can, yeah, you can put. So you will see you have created some information. So whenever our application will be executed, so this information created in our memory in our object, so it will take memory inside our JVM, inside our memory. So in the JVM, so whenever we are creating any object, so in the JVM, there are the three memory area. It will be asked the interview. One is our heap area. Another one is the method area. Another one is our stack area. So usually we called stack frame. It is a thread basis. So we will I will explain later. So heap area, method area, and our stack area. Apart from that, to other memory area as well, but every program use this three area first. So first we will talk about heap area. So our object will take memory in the our heap area. Our object, whatever the things it is created dynamically, it comes under our heap area, and inside our method area we called static content. So whatever the things we are creating as a static, it comes under our method area, and static area, sorry, stack area. So our local variables, it comes under our stack area. Keep your mind this thing. So memory management, memory will created in this area, our heap area. So object will be created in the heap area. So whenever object will be created with the help of new keyword, currently we are looking with the help of new keyword. There are the multiple way, but right now we are looking with new keyword. So object will be created in our heap area, and static content will be created in our method area, and local variable will be created in our stack area. So local variable, I will explain what is our local variable, but local variable will be created and destroy quickly. So very short duration local variable will be in the our memory area, very short duration. It will be created and destroy. And our long live object will be there static content. And so this type of content, this type of memory will be created at a long time. Long life object will be there. So whatever the things is the static, it will take memory for our long time. Long time, you can say lifetime. Whenever object is created, our static content is created. So until your machine shut down or JVM shut down, our information will be there. So it won't be destroyed directly. And under the our heap area, so it will be object will be there for sometimes until your garbage collector want remove your object or vanish the memory. So there is a one thread is the garbage collector. So you will see this thing is managed by our JVM. I already told you memory management related things take care by our JVM, Java Virtual Machine. We don't have to worry about that. In the C++, we have to worry. We have to manage our memory. You have to create the memory and you have to free the memory. But in the our Java programming language, this is the take care by our JVM. It is a costly operation or a risky operation. We can say if we forgot the free the memory in the C++, we might get lot of memory related issue. So there is some area. So you will see if I write something in the class level, so it comes under our the instance variable. If something we are writing at class level with static keyword, so it comes under our the class variable. Class variable. So it is our instance variable. It is our instance variable. It is our instance variable. So instance variable memory will be created every time whenever object will be created, this instance memory will be created. So this is the variable without static is called the instance variable. This type of memory created every time. So variable is a two types. It could be primitive or reference, and it could be in two categories: instance or class. Instance means every time it will take memory, and class variable means only one time it will take memory. So whenever you are defining any class in the real-time project, first you have to think, if you are defining any class, so the variable will take memory every time or single time. So it is a depends on type of the data, like our company name, college name, hospital name. It will be common for the all the employee, all the student. So we don't have to create the memory every time. Just our information, whatever the information will be vary, like employee name, employee number, employee phone number, student name, student detail. So it will be vary. So you have to take instance variable, you have to create the instance variable, and whatever the information, it will be the common for the all the object. So you don't have to write as a instance variable, you have to create a class variable. So you have to put static. So with the help of static, our memory will be created only one time. So it is a instance variable, it is a class variable, and whatever the things we are defining inside some method or constructor or some block, so it comes under our local variable. So local variable comes under our method level or constructor level. So whatever the things I am putting inside the method, so it is called our local variable. So this kind of variable will be created whenever method is called, and our call will be ending. Method call is end. This variable will be destroyed. So this kind of variable is a short life object. Lots short type of variable. We can say it will take it will live for short duration. We call the short life. So static content will be long life. It will be created whenever object with JVM is up. Whenever JVM is shut down, then this kind of memory destroy. So you have to take care. Memory management is very important. Understanding, you have to understand. So this is our a class variable, this is our instance variable, this is our local variable. So currently we are not defining local variable. So I have created this information, I have created this information, I have created this information. So I just want to print this information. So you will see, so employee dot get employee detail. We have written one method. We don't have to print, just we have to call. So we will see this information. Yeah. So this is our variable method. We have we will execute our program. So our JVM JVM will find public static void main. So one thread is responsible is a main thread. Keep your mind, main thread will responsible for executing your program. So inside the JVM, lot of thread is going on in the JVM software, we can say. So one thread will be created is a main thread, and our main thread will find a public static void main, and it will execute it line by line after the compiling. Then object will be created, and this information will be added with the object. So we want to print, we want to see what is the information. So we have created one method for printing all the information. So you will see our, I have not added our company name. So first we will see what is the output. So in the our editor, you will see. So this is our first object, company name is null. Another object, company name is null. Another object, company name is null. So why company is null? I haven't put on company name over there. That's why company name is null. So it is a behavior, is a static. So it will take memory by one time. So I can put this information inside the our so we don't have to create the object. We can pass this information inside the our class. So I will explain later very deep what is the static. Just for the our programming understanding, I have written this program. So I am putting company name TCS. So you can see the syntax. So I can write without creating the object. I can pass the information in the our company name. So it will take memory. So it will take memory while the loading the our program. So static content will be taking the memory while the loading the program. So I am executing again. So you will see this information will be print. So TCS will, you will see everywhere, all the employee is having is a company name. So you will see TCS is everywhere. So it is a static data. It will take memory only one time, and it will be shared by the all the object. So it is a static content. Static. So static contents comes under our method. What is the heap area where this object will go. So while installing your Java software, you have to configure area while installing the Java software. So with the help of area, we have to define how much memory you have to take for your heap area in the our JVM. So I will explain this thing later. Just to keep your mind, this is a object will take will be created in the heap area, and your static content will be created in static area, and something will be created, our local will be created in stack area, and it will be created and will be destroyed quickly. So like I have put on one variable inside our method. So any method like I am putting a integer I is equal to 10. So whenever this method will be called, so this variable will be created, and whenever our execution is end, so it will be destroyed. So it will take time will be very short for the our local variable. So this is a employee, it is a local variable, employee 2 is a local variable. So all the variable are destroying after the after completion execution of this particularly method. So in the diagram I will explain. So this will be our stack area. So there is some stack area over there. So in the our stack, this three object will be this three object reference will be there. So first of all, our employee, another one is employee one. So this is our reference variable. Employee one and employee two. So whenever our program is executed, so our memory will be created. So under the heap area, and it is referred by some reference variable. So it is comes under the our stack area because it is a local variable within the method. You will see this kind of reference variable. So whenever our execution is completed, so public statement, void main execution is completed. So after this line, after printing, our execution will be completed. So this reference variable will destroy. This reference variable will be destroyed. So it will be destroyed because it is creating in the static area. Our heap area will be available for some time. Our garbage collector will be responsible for destroying heap area. So our garbage collector check how much heap area related object are using, how many times they are using. So it will check by our garbage collector. There is a lot of thing for our garbage collector. So it won't destroy directly. It will take some time. It is with the help of garbage collector it will destroy. But stack area will be destroyed immediately. Whenever method your method execution is completed, stack area will be destroyed immediately. So it will be created for short time. So for light time object is our static. So static or method area will be created while loading. Time is a loading time. Whenever dot class file is loaded, our bytecode is loaded, so static memory will be created because it won't wait for the object creation. It is not dependent on the object. So whatever the information is a will be constant and it will be same in the application. You have to put static keyword and memory will be created at the while loading our program. Whenever our program, our dot class file will be loaded, so object our memory will be created. So and heap area, when heap area will be created whenever our object is created with the help of new keyword. So in the program, whenever new keyword, this line will be executed, then our object will be created. So it will take some memory. So with the help of new keyword, new information will be created. So the information will be held by the some reference variable is called a local variable. So local variable means within the method. So this memory comes under your stack area, and whenever your method is completed, this area will be destroyed. I will repeat these things so in so many programs. It is a very important in the real time. You will face lot of issue because of the memory. You have to analyze. So if you are working today, we are thinking today, so it won't take much time. Otherwise, you will struggle in the project. So, so this is the thing what I have done. So I have put on the TCS as our in the static variable. So you can put this information from there. So there is no issue. So whenever your dot class file is loaded, bytecode is loaded, so information will be created. Sorry, your memory will be created with this information. So memory will be created while the loading the our dot class file. So it is very important what memory will be created and what time. So static content will be created at loading time. Non-static content like primitive or instance variable, it will be created whenever object will be created. So it is a dynamic, and instance variable will be created whenever method is called. So instance variable will be destroyed whenever method execution is complete. Keep your mind when the time memory is created and when it will be destroyed. It is a very, very important, because of the memory every programming language is using. If every programming language is having good memory management, so it will be used in the application. It is a costly operation because we always try to save the memory. If any software, like in mobile phone you are using some application, if it is taking lot of memory, so you will install. So while creating the software, we have to always save the our memory. So static content will be created while loading the program. So if you are doing something with the static content, so it will impact for all. So I have defined this is the common information for me. So it will be shared by the all the object. So if I have what I have done, I have changed this information by this object. So usually we don't have to do, but we are doing. So I have changed this information with this object. It is not allow. We will get the warning. The static field employee company should be accessed in the static way. But with the help of object, we can access. So I will execute this program. So memory is common for all. So you will see all the places our component detail has been changed, because I have changed this information in the one object. If someone has changed the infi, and for another reference I will change with some other name, employee 3. Somebody has changed congruent. So you will see this information is shared by all. So if you are changing from anywhere, it will be impacted for the all the object. So because our static variable is shareable by the all the object. So you will get the same information. So we don't have to we change this kind of thing. We don't have to do. It is a risky. So in the application level, whatever the things is static is defined only one time. We don't have to we don't have to assign value in the multiple time. Just you have to define only one time. So because it is shareable with the all if you are changing this thing in somewhere, so it will be impacted with the all the object. So this is the our program what I have written. So you are looking, I am creating the object and I am assigning some value again and again. So usually we don't do like this. Usually we create one constructor. So constructor is similar to the method, but we define like this. It is a name is a class name. So we have to define all the variable inside our constructor. So I will explain later what is the constructor, how work is the constructor. So we don't have to write this syntax multiple times. You have to just define one constructor. Under the our constructor, we have to write all the parameters. So our syntax size will be little bit short and constructor behavior. So I will define the my constructor. Under the constructor, I am writing this information. So I will explain how constructor work. What is the constructor? So so I have put on this information inside of one constructor. So our constructor is responsible for instantiation of object. So if you are creating the object like this and you are passing this information like this, so your syntax will be used. You are writing every time reference variable and you are passing some information. So creating the some information usually we called instantiation the object. So if we want, we don't have to add information later. We want information at the time of object creation. So whenever constructor will be invoked, object will be created, information will be created. So this is our line where object is created and we are adding information later. But while creating the object, I just want to add the information. So with the help of constructor, we can create the information while creating the object. It is called the object instantiation. Object instantiation. So object instantiation means information will be created. So this is the my information. So I will write under the our this parenthesis because I have defined one constructor. So this information I will write inside the our parenthesis. So our constructor will be invoke. So we don't have to write you don't have to write this syntax like this. Just we have to write we have to write our constructor. So you will see our syntax is a bit short. Don't write like this. So similarly, some other information for our another information, our salary is 7,000. So don't write syntax like this. So while creating the object, our information will be created. Our object is instantiated. So object instantiated means whenever object is created, so our value will be there. Whatever the default value we want to assign, it will be there. We want the wait. First line we are creating the object, then we are assigning the values. It will be assigned whenever object will be created. So I am just putting another information. So you will see your line of code will be reduced. So as a smart programmer, always we have to write a program in the shortest manner. We have to always write short code. For understanding, I am writing our large code. So you will see I have created this information in the 3 lines. I have commented. So whenever our object is creating, so this line means what? Our constructor will invoke. So whenever our object is created, so our constructor will invoke. So this is our line. So in this line, with the help of new keyword, memory will be created. With the help of employee and this parenthesis, our object will be instantiated. So new means memory will be created. It is called initialization. Initialization. For memory, whenever we are creating the memory will be initialized. And whenever constructor is called, so it will take some default value with the help of our constructor. So this is the responsible. This constructor will be responsible for instantiation. Instantiation means what? Information, default information will be created. So whenever object will be created, this information will be created. So with the help of a constructor, some information will be created while creating the object. So it is called a instantiation of the object. So you can see, so you don't have to write the multiple lines, just creating the one constructor and creating the information. So what I will execute the program. So things will be same, just writing the information will be a bit different. Okay, salary is not passing. So I haven't I forgot, I think, a salary. So employee salary. Yeah, so thing is same, just we have created the object with the help of constructor. So in summarize today, so what why I have explained this thing. So just for understanding our logical programming, so we should know at least a few information about the class. So what is the class? What is the object? How to create the object? So with the help of new keyword, we can create the object. With the help of how many type of data type. So I just explain two type of the data type. So one is the our primitive, another one is the reference. So either a primitive data type, it could be static or non-static. Non-static means instance. Either reference, it could be static or non-static. Static memory will take memory only one time. One time in the life, it'll take the memory and time will be loading time. So whenever our program is executing, then memory won't create. That time it won't create. While loading, whenever our dot class file is loading in the JVM, static content will be created. And we have just seen our method for writing some business logic. So in the method, we writing some business logic. So any kind of calculation, printing or something, we have to define our method. And we have seen constructor. So constructor is a one topic we will see later. So with the help of constructor, we can instantiate the object. So whenever object is created, so constructor will be instantiate the object. So with the help of new keyword, memory will be created with the help of new keyword. So in the C language, malloc, calloc over there were for creating the memory. So likewise in the Java, we have new keyword. So our memory will be created. That means our object will be initialized. Object will be initialized, and with the help of constructor, object will be instantiated. Object will be instantiated. So whenever object will be created, whenever object will be created, that means our memory is created, it initialized, and it is instantiated. So whenever we are writing this kind of syntax like employee is equal to new employee, and with the help of constructor, we are passing some information. So this is the syntax. This is a syntax where initialize plus instantiation. Yeah. So with the help of if a constructor and new keyword, both the things in the similar line, we don't have to write syntax like this. When you are creating the object separately and you are passing the value while creating the object, your initializing phase and instantiation phase will be with same time. If you are writing the syntax, and left side, it is our reference variable for referring the object, so that we can call the object, we can access the our variable, and we can call some object like get employee detail. So how we can call the methods multiple times? So we have to write reference variable. Why reference variable? Call the method, call something, call the method multiple times anywhere. So our reference variable is required if we are using multiple times. If we are using only one time, no reference variable required. You can use this object and you can call directly. But multiple time we want to call, so reference variable is a mandatory. So for explaining few fundamental things, so that's why I have just explained something about the our programming fundamentals. So with the help of class, we can create the object. So class is user defined data type. We are defining. So in the C language structure, in the C++ class, and again class comes with overcome lot of memory management things our JVM are take caring. So class is a, we can write is a very simple way in the Java programming language. So memory management related things is taking care by the JVM. So with the class, we can create the object. Object is a real time, it will take memory. So object will take memory. Where object will take memory? Heap area. So we have just seen our object is taking memory with the help of heap area. So new keyword is responsible for that. A data type, we are having primitive reference. It could be static or non-static. So static content will take memory in which area? In method area. I will talk a lot of thing about the memory. Memory is one topic. So where memory will be created, a permanent generation or temporary memory will be created. So I will explain later. So static, under the method we can write the our business logic. With the help of a new keyword, memory will be created or initialize means memory are creating, and memory will be created some default value as well. So with the help of constructor, we can instantiate the object. So whenever object is created, that time some information will be added, so which is called instantiation the object. So with this syntax, both the things are doing at same time. Initialize with the help of new keyword, and instantiation with the help of constructor. So we are taking this object under the one reference variable, so that we can use this object multiple times. We can call this object multiple times, anything we want to use. So this is the things we have just seen today before entering our logical programming. So that you just understand the things. That's why I have explained. So from the initial day, you have to be learner like this. You are working as a professional in the industry. So this thing we have to follow. So I have explained execution of the program, and method, and the variable and constructor. Something I have explained. I haven't explained in the detail. So I will explain everything detail in our ongoing class. So this is our class. So in ongoing class, we are going to see each and everything like what is the class. So class is a keyword, integer, long, static. It is a keyword. You are seeing in the red in the our editor. It is all the thing is a keyword. Keyword means it is a predefined. So whatever the things it is a predefined, it is called a keyword, and whatever the things we are defining, it is called a identifier. So employee is a identifier we are defining. Our variable is a identifier we are defining. Our method name is a identifier we are defining. So whatever the things we are defining is identifier. So identifier depends on our requirement, our application, and keywords is a predefined for writing the our source code. So everything, each and every word are token, and uh, token, our identifier and our keywords comes under the word token. So while writing the program, we have to understand the what is the keyword and how the we use the keyword, and what will be the happening if we are using separate keyword. So in future, I will put some private, protected. So for accessibility, apart from that, this is our static keyword. So I will put it separate places this keyword at our method level, at our variable level. So there are a lot of keyword we will see, and we will put in separate place. So there are a lot of keyword. So for writing any program in the Java, at least we have to write a variable, method, and constructor at least. So for understanding our logical programming, I have to explain something about our programs. So we will see uh, ongoing concept in the next class. So I will share this notes for today class in a classroom drive. So we will meet tomorrow with same time. Thank you. Anything or any question, you can ping me on WhatsApp while setting this Spring Tool Suite, this program. Initially, you have to practice with a notepad, write the program in the notepad, and compile the program in the notepad. First, initially they practice like this, try to find out each and every word, what is the meaning behind it, what is the going on behind that, where memory is created. It is a very important fundamental things, is very important. So I will explain, but you have to practice like that. So I will push this code in my GitHub. So you can find this code. So this is my, this is my directory. So you can follow. This is our backend. It comes under our backend. So Java related program I will put in this folder. So further topic, you will follow the programs. So you just have to download in your system, or you can, it will be downloaded. If you download the zip, and you want to create some workspace in your system. So first, you have to learn Git. Git is a source code management tool. So whenever in the industry, all the developers are working together, so they will put all the source code is one common repository. So the repository would be Git or Bitbucket. So all the code will looks like this whenever we are writing the program. So we have to put our program in the our repository. So we have to learn this tool git. I will explain how we work in the industry. After writing the source code, how we all the developer the source code and work in the application level. So just you can find it and you can use it. You have to just download and over the stage come the file, import the project, and you can just existing project into workspace, and you have to just upload this project. So all the application you will see. So I will share my program in our GitHub repository, so you can follow my repository. And I will explain, I will share some interview related sheet. I will give access, so you can see what is the your trending question. So my old student are facing some interview, they have faced and they are placed. So they put all the question in the sheet, so you can see. So accordingly you can prepare what is going on in the market. So we will tomorrow it's same time